take it, bro. It's just we've gone too far, bro. We've gone way too far at this point. It is just astronomical levels of copium and hoping that One Punch Man Season 3 and even potentially a Season 4 is done well at this point. Because there has been millions, and I'm not joking, I want to show proof here. There is millions of people that fell for this today. Millions of people that truly believed that this was the official Studio MAPPA account announcing that they were going to be working on One Punch Man. You take a scroll down. We'll talk about this community note in a second, but you take a scroll down, this post has 4.1 million views, and prior to this community note, it had around 3.8 million views, and then as soon as it got a community note, the post interactions kind of slowed down considerably, but the point is that there was millions of people before this community note was applied that were actually in belief that this was an official announcement from Studio MAPPA that they were going to be working on One Punch Man. And there was really no information given, no context or whatever, but a lot of people started running with it and saying, holy crap, One Punch Man is actually going to be getting, worked on by Studio MAPPA. I had a lot of people even, tag me in this post today saying, Chibi, did you see the news? And I did some investigating. I'm not gonna lie, before I read the parody account tag, I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. But then I saw the parody account tag, and I was like, oh wow, this is going to get a lot of people today. And I was right. It definitely happened. And I feel like there really just needs to be a conversation about this for a second. So first off, I feel like the fact that there were so many people wanting to believe this really showcases how many people really want One Punch Man to be good. I know we can meme on this and we could call a lot of people stupid for even falling for this, but the fact that there is millions of views on this post alone showcases that there's a lot of people that really do love One Punch Man. That there is a lot of people that want One Punch Man to be good. That a lot of people want One Punch Man to be beautifully animated. Maybe not to the same extent as, let's say, Season 1, but they at least want it to rival Season 2 or better. And obviously, when you see something like this, if we just disregard the parody account for a second and we just humor if this was real, this would be insane for a lot of people. Because obviously, what we've seen from Studio MAPPA up to this very point, disregarding the obvious, overwork and, bad pay and stuff like that, if we disregard all those negatives and stuff, what Studio MAPPA has produced has been excellent. When it comes to Chainsaw Man, and as of late with the Chainsaw Man movie, to what they've done with JJK, it speaks for itself. That MAPPA's team and what they work on legitimately is impressive. And if they were to get One Punch Man, if we disregard, the technical hurdles, maybe production hell, and all that other stuff behind the scenes, I'm willing to bet you that One Punch Man probably would look a lot better than what we currently have from JC Staff. I'm just going to be completely blunt. People might not want to hear that, but that is the 100% harsh reality of the situation. And the fact that there were so many people inclined to believe this really shows that how people are desperate. They are desperate for a good adaptation. And I feel like there's so much proof here, just in this last week alone, before episode 6 airs. There's so much proof that there is an active fan base that really loves One Punch Man and really would just buy it. They would instantly buy products, they would support it, and maybe this is the reason why Bandai Namco and the reason why the production committee has just done such a poor job with One Punch Man, because they know it's a title that sells with brand name alone. And because it can sell with its brand name alone, they don't really need to go the extra mile to really make it impressive or advertise it properly, because it's just going to sell. I mean, once again, 4.1 million views on just this post alone is impressive. It's actually a very insane amount of, views on one post, especially for a conversation around this anime. And it shows that if Bandai Namco, like an employee at Bandai or someone in the production committee were to see this, they can look at it okay, there clearly is engagement with the series. People want the series. They want to talk about the series. But the thing is that it's not good publicity, obviously. But they see that it's talked about a lot, so it's making in money. It's making money, it's being talked about, and they're getting exactly what they want. And regardless if they are getting what they want, they can make so much more money if they just gave more love to the project. And when I see this post here, it makes me unbelievably sad, because there was rumors years ago, back in 2023 or whatever, that Studio MAPPA might be picking up One Punch Man. There was rumors about that. A lot of people, like, assumed it might be MAPPA because they were, at the time period, you know, kind of grabbing a lot of different anime from different studios, like Attack on Titan is a good example. And so when you look at that entire situation, a lot of people are like, you know, if they got One Punch Man, it would make a lot of sense. I mean, they're really good at action series. They love picking up action series. So it's like maybe their team, you know, working on One Punch Man would make a lot more sense. And it would, honestly. It would have made a lot more sense. Imagine a timeline where One Punch Man would have been getting an animated movie by Studio MAPPA. Imagine a timeline like that. Obviously, that's never going to happen. But you could see the hype. But the point of the matter is that this post... the fact that this post did so well and so many people were inclined to believe this, I think showcases enough of the sorry state the series is in, but also how massive of a win it would be after Season 3 comes to an end if they announce that they're changing studios to, like, Studio MAPPA, for instance. I feel like it's the one last-ditch effort that could actually save the One Punch Man series. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it is the one last thing that could really save the credibility of the anime and allow it to resurrect from the grave. Because at this point, the fact that there's so many people desperate to believe this says enough. I'll leave it at that, though. Short video today. I was getting tagged a lot. I wanted to set the record straight because a lot of people were in belief that this was real because they saw this post. They didn't see the community note yet. But, yeah, it's not real. It's a parody account. I mean, it was a very obvious. They say parody account right here. But a lot of people didn't read this. And, yeah, so it's not real. No, Studio MAPPA is not working on One Punch Man. At least from what we know of right now. But I love you guys. Be safe. Stay healthy. Chibi out.